Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carter and Hope are together again, and if we know anything about the legal eagle, it's that he moves at lightning speed when it comes to romance. Rumors are swirling he's got a ring and he's ready for a fairy tale come true. After years of heartbreak, betrayals and second chances, Carter has finally found the woman of his dreams. If he gets down on one knee and Hope says yes, surely, a quick walk down the aisle is just around the corner. But this is bold and the beautiful, and nothing ever goes smoothly in this town, especially when love is involved. Soap weddings are rarely without fireworks, and this one has all the makings of a disaster in the making. All eyes are on one man who could upend everything. Thomas Matthew Atkinson. Yes, Thomas, the one who's loved, lost, and obsessed over Hope, Annika Noel, for years. So much so he even fell in love with her mannequin. Despite keeping his distance lately, we can't shake the feeling he'll be lurking in the shadows, ready to pounce. If Thomas shows up on Carter, Lawrence St. Victor, and Hope's big day, will he keep quiet? Or will he pull a classic soap move and make a dramatic scene just as Hope is about to say, "I do"? We wouldn't put it past him to bare his soul one last time, hoping to win Hope back at the altar. Talk about timing. And let's not forget that Hope's history with Thomas is messy. There's a bond there, twisted and emotional, and Carter might be underestimating just how deep those roots go. Even a perfectly planned wedding can't protect against unresolved feelings and last-minute declarations of love. Will Thomas stop the ceremony? Will Hope waver? Or will she march down that aisle and claim the steady, loving future Carter offers? We're already on the edge of our seats in anticipation. It's no secret that Carter Walton, the handsome and dedicated COO of Forrester Creations, has had his fair share of heartbreaks and ill-fated romances. But as he finally prepares to walk down the aisle with the woman of his dreams, an unexpected threat looms over the ceremony, a threat that no one, not even Carter, sees coming. A day meant for love or disaster. The Grand Forrester mansion is adorned in white and gold, fragrant flowers spilling from every corner as the wedding of Carter and his fiancée, who we'll call Maya, though it could be Paris, Katie, or even a brand new face, is about to begin. The atmosphere is electric. Brooke and Ridge are beaming, Steffi is fussing over last-minute decorations, and Eric is playing the proud father figure, ready to see Carter finally get his happy ending. But while the champagne is chilling and the guests are arriving, one man is lurking in the shadows, someone determined to stop this wedding at all costs. Who is this mysterious man? Some might guess it's Thomas Forrester, ever the romantic spoiler when his heart is in turmoil. Others might point to Zend, who has quietly nursed a crush on the bride. But what if the real culprit isn't who we expect at all? Enter Bill Spencer. Bill Spencer's unexpected role. Yes, Dollar Bill. The man who usually saves his schemes for business takeovers and love triangles has turned his attention to Carter's wedding. Why? Because he believes Carter's bride is the one woman who could have been his. Rumor has it Bill had a torrid secret affair with the bride months before she and Carter got engaged, and he's never been able to let her go. As Bill's sleek black sports car pulls up to the mansion, he steps out with an icy resolve in his steel blue eyes. He's not here to make peace. He's here to make sure Carter's wedding is nothing but a distant memory. The explosive secret that could ruin it all? Sources whisper that Bill's connection to the bride is more than just a casual fling. He claims they shared something real, something intense, a once-in-a-lifetime passion that neither of them could deny. And now, standing at the threshold of Carter's happiness, Bill is ready to expose every steamy secret they shared. Imagine the chaos if Bill interrupts the ceremony with a declaration of love, or worse, proof of betrayal. He could hold up a photo, a love letter, or even a recording of a conversation that would leave Carter reeling. The bride would be forced to choose: come clean or let the wedding turn into the biggest scandal the Forresters have ever seen. A flashback to forbidden passion. In a tantalizing flashback, we see the bride and Bill in a dimly lit hotel suite, candles flickering, sheets tangled in the aftermath of their tryst. Their passion was undeniable, but their timing was wrong. She was trying to put her past behind her and focus on a future with Carter, while Bill was always chasing the next thrill. "You can't marry him," Bill whispers in the memory. "You know it. You'll never be able to look him in the eye, not when you're still thinking about me." But the bride was determined to bury the past. She told Bill it was over, that she was choosing Carter. Bill didn't believe her then, and he doesn't believe her now. The moment of truth. As the wedding march begins, Carter stands at the altar, his eyes glowing with anticipation. The bride is a vision in white, her dress shimmering with every step. But just as the officiant begins to speak, Bill steps forward from the back of the room, his voice cutting through the air. "Wait," he booms, and the room falls into stunned silence. Carter's eyes widen, and the bride pales. Bill strides down the aisle like a man on a mission, his confident smirk sending shivers down spines. "I can't let this happen. Carter, you deserve to know the truth before you marry her." Reactions around the room. Brooke gasps. Rich looks ready to punch Bill on the spot, and Steffi's eyes dart back and forth between the bride and the man determined to expose her. Eric, ever the patriarch, tries to intervene. "Bill, this isn't the time or place," he warns. But Bill is undeterred. "It's exactly the time and place, Eric. Carter deserves to know who he's really marrying." The bride's lips tremble as she tries to protest, but Bill pulls out his phone, displaying a photo that leaves no room for doubt. It's the two of them, locked in a passionate embrace. Carter's world crumbles. For Carter, it's as if the ground has been ripped out from under him. His mind spins. How could the woman he loves have hidden this from him? How could she have let him plan a wedding, knowing it was built on a lie? He turns to her, his voice barely above a whisper. "Is it true?" Tears fill her eyes. "Carter, But he doesn't wait for her explanation. The pain is too raw, too immediate. He storms out of the room, the guests parting in stunned silence as he disappears into the mansion's gardens. The aftermath. As Bill watches Carter leave, he doesn't look triumphant. He looks conflicted. Did he ruin this wedding to save Carter from heartbreak, or because he couldn't bear to let the bride go? Maybe it's both. Maybe even Bill doesn't know. The bride is left standing alone at the altar, her carefully laid plans in ruins. She turns to Bill, fury and heartbreak warring in her eyes. "How could you?" she hisses. "You said you loved me. If you really did, you'd let me be happy." Bill's jaw tightens. "I do love you. That's why I had to tell him. You'd never be happy living a lie." Carter's inner struggle. Meanwhile, Carter paces in the Forrester Gardens, his thoughts a whirlwind. All he's ever wanted was to find someone who loved him for who he is. Someone who wouldn't use him as a convenient placeholder for their real desires. He remembers how he was burned by Quinn's betrayal, how he thought this time would be different. But maybe he's destined to always be the second choice, the safe bet rather than the true love. As he wrestles with his heartbreak, Steffi finds him. She tries to comfort him, but Carter can't be soothed. "I thought I could finally have my happy ending," he says bitterly. "But maybe that's just not in the cards for me." Will the wedding be saved? Back inside, the guests are in turmoil. Rich wants to throw Bill out of the mansion, while Brooke pleads for calm. The bride, still reeling, begs for a second chance. "Carter needs to know I chose him," she says desperately. "I ended things with Bill a long time ago." But words can't erase the image burned into everyone's mind. The proof of her betrayal. Eric, always the voice of reason, steps forward. "We need to let Carter decide," he says quietly. "This is his day, his future." Bill's uncertain victory. As Bill lingers at the edge of the room, he feels the weight of his actions. He's always been the man who takes what he wants, but this time he wonders if he's crossed a line. Maybe he's not the hero in this story. Maybe he's just the villain who couldn't let go. He watches as the bride collapses into a chair, tears streaming down her face. Part of him wants to comfort her, but he knows he's the last person she wants to see right now. A final twist? And just when it seems like the day can't get any more dramatic, another bombshell threatens to drop. What if the bride isn't the only one with secrets? What if Carter has been hiding something of his own? Something that would turn the entire situation on its head? Some insiders speculate that Carter has been struggling with his feelings for another woman, perhaps even Katie Logan, who has always been a quiet source of support for him. If that's true, then maybe Carter and the bride weren't meant to be after all. The stage is set for future fallout. As the dust settles and the guests start to leave, one thing is clear. Carter's wedding day will never be forgotten. Bill's shocking intervention has changed everything, leaving relationships in tatters and hearts broken. But in true bold and beautiful fashion, nothing stays buried for long. The question isn't whether Carter's wedding day is over, it's whether any of these relationships can survive the fallout. Will Carter ever forgive the bride for her betrayal? Will Bill find a way to make amends, or will he continue to chase after the woman he claims to love? And will the bride find a way to rebuild her life? Or is she destined to be haunted by the ghost of her past with Bill? A glimmer of hope. In the final moments of this speculation, we see Carter standing alone in the gardens, the wedding music still faintly echoing from the mansion. He closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and for the first time in a long while, he doesn't feel like the victim of someone else's choices. Maybe this heartbreak is the beginning of a new chapter, one where he finally puts his own needs first. Maybe he'll find someone who loves him completely without secrets or regrets. Or maybe he'll walk back into that mansion and demand the truth, one final confrontation that could either save this love story or end it for good. What happens next? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, Carter's wedding day was never going to be simple. And with Bill Spencer in the mix, it was destined to be anything but boring. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAUTEFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.